Hello and welcome to Strong and Curious. Today is another episode in the segment of Curious About Culture. In this episode, we talked about Iraq's hospitability, gender differences in terms of greetings and parties, the aftermath of the war in Iraq, and much more. Enjoy. As an introduction, here are a few fun facts about the country. Iraq is a country located in the Middle East, known for its rich history and diverse cultural heritage. Iraqi culture is deeply influenced by its ancient Mesopotamian roots, Islamic traditions, and Arab customs. The world's oldest writing came into existence in Iraq in southern Mesopotamia, which is now Iraq. My guest today is Ibrahim, who grew up in Iraq and has been living in South Korea for the last 10 years. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, my name is Ibrahim, and I'm also a university student in Korea. And I came to Korea because my mom was posted for the embassy, so we came here as diplomats.
Okay.
And after that, we decided to stay here for college because by the time my mom's what's it called, like duty years finished, we graduated high school.
Yeah.
So at that time, we enrolled in college in here.
Okay.
So I have an older sister as well. So
Yeah.
me and my older sister stayed in Korea for college. And yeah, that's what we've been here for like 10 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everything before was in Iraq?
Yeah, Iraq, we traveled around, moved around mostly. So
Within Iraq or different countries?
Iraq, Iraq, we went to Turkey, went to mostly Iraq though. Mostly. I grew up in Iraq and
Okay.
been to Turkey, been to like other Arab countries and stuff. For living wise, I've also been to the States multiple times for basketball stuff like that.
Yeah.
Camps, training camps. So I went there alone, so it was kind of fun.
Did you play like professionally or just for fun?
Not professionally, but I did play high level basketball in America.
Okay.
AAU, if you heard about it. AAU basketball.
I don't know anything about basketball. So
Yes.
please educate me.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna go deep into it, but yeah, it was a really like high level of basketball, high school basketball in America, and in the States, America, like
Yeah.
basketball is like a thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing, yeah.
Yeah, so I did get some offers from colleges in the States for basketball, but I just didn't proceed with it because I didn't see my future being there,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was in Kansas and Michigan states, so I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea to go there,
Yeah.
I already started my life here. I was working here as well since 17.
Okay.
So like I was just I started depending on myself since 17 years old. So obviously except for the rent because my mom's never lives here. So
Okay, so do you live with your mom or alone?
yeah, I live with my mom and sister right now.
Okay.
But my mom is gonna leave next month for good
Okay.
because we're done with college now. This is my last semester, so
Yeah.
yeah. So she was working in a company as well.
Okay.
In the meantime, we were in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
So besides college, I saw you're also a model.
Oh yeah.
Is that like a hobby thing or a side hustle, or do you want to pursue this full time after college?
To be honest, that's the work I started first. I started like modeling and acting when I was 17.
Okay.
And I paused it like when it became around Corona time. I kind of paused doing modeling that much. I did it like a little by little, but then the reason why I paused is because I gained weight during COVID, I'm sure a lot of people had that problem, quarantine or all that, and eating a lot, stress eating and all that stuff. So less movement. So that really affected my physique and my profile.
Yeah.
So right now I'm working on it. I've been going to the gym, but I just need to lose a few more kilos of fat, and then I'll be back on track. So my visa is actually entertainment visa, not a student visa.
Really?
Yeah. So it's my actual
So is that like tied to contracts that you have?
yeah. I'm with the agency right now. So I did some acting in like Netflix and all of that.
Really?
Yeah. There's some shows that I did. There's a new one coming out also. But
What's it called? I'll put it in the bio.
one of them is called Surino, the Narco Saints.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that or not, but it's a pretty sure. And there's another one coming out soon, King the Land, but it's not out yet. But there's more coming up, more projects coming up. But mostly I'm trying to cut my body more so I can get back to modeling because I honestly like modeling more than acting.
Okay.
Like I'm talking about for modeling, I'm talking about like lookbook shoots, fashion shoots, street fashion, like clothing, yeah. That's what I like mostly, like photo shoots. Yeah, but I did runways also back then. I
Okay.
did like few runways. That was fun, but I prefer like lookbook shoots and stuff. Commercials also.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying to get back to that right now. Yeah.
Okay. Nice, but that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Never met anyone who does that professionally.
Yeah. No, I like to do multiple things. I also worked as a basketball coach, professionally in Korea.
For what age group?
Well, I was a personal trainer and coach.
Yeah.
So I coached like kids, middle school, adults, and high schoolers.
So a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Team training.
Nice.
Yeah, skill training and all that. But yeah, I just like to try many new things. That's my thing. Like I just like to try many new things, many experiences, and then see how it goes. I like to follow the flow, you know, like it's just like I don't know, I find life more fun like that rather than like, oh, I gotta get my degree, go to a corporate job.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to be my own boss, kind of.
Yeah. No,
Which is why I want to do business more. So that'll be I hope it works. So
okay.
yeah.
So what kind of business do you do? I heard you do something in the oil business.
Well,
You don't have to go into detail.
I'm trying to do that right now, but well, I'm trying to do more business like between Korea and the Middle East in general, so between Arab countries and stuff. So I really hope it's gonna. Well, it takes a long time, but I hope it's gonna work out. It takes a while. It's a lot of work to do, but let's see how it goes. It's not like very, how do I say it, confirmed yet, but like I'm trying. I'm doing meetings here and there.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. Not just for oil, it could be for other things like Korean products, exporting.
Just general business.
Yeah, general business, cars, auto parts. It's like I want to try multiple things and see where I can settle and find my way. You know what I mean? So hopefully, I mean, I hope I can do oil business more, so that will be like more, you know, stable. I mean, you know, oil is kind of valuable, so I hope I can do that. Maybe other resources as well. So let's see.
Okay. What do you miss most from back home?
Oh, honestly, there's a lot I miss back home. You know, like the food mainly.
Yeah.
Mainly the food. The food is I don't know, as you guys maybe many people know about Arabic food. It's the Middle Eastern cuisine is really good. So yeah, mostly the food. I miss the cultural places. I haven't been to all. I haven't been to Babylon yet. So this next month I'm gonna go actually.
Okay.
So I miss the nature. We have really nice nature because Iraq has it's kind of like divided in half. I would say most of it is like desert, just like nature, and just like the desert in like our brother countries like Saudi or UAE, Qatar. Like we have desert like that, and then the north part is more like your country actually. So
what do you mean?
It's more European looks.
Okay.
You could show some footage later if you want.
Yeah, sure.
It's more green mountains with their snow and everything. You know, it's like it's so strange. Like suddenly it's like desert.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's
completely
like,
different climates.
Yeah. So that was the fun part of it. Like when we were kids, my dad, like during breaks or weekends, hop on the car, let's go. We go on a road trip. We go to the north. Okay. It's like a different country, but it's the same country. Yeah. So yeah, I just miss the culture. I miss the people's hospitality. I miss the I don't know. People are so kind. They're so welcoming. You know, there's a lot of good things there. You know, people don't know about.
I talk about hospitality. So have you noticed a big difference, for example, to here in Korea, in terms of hospitality, like how welcoming the people are?
Yeah. No, not even comparing. Like it's not even a comparison.
How would you feel this?
It's very huge. Like people don't really care about like, how do I say this? Like, no offense in Korea, like no offense to any Korean friend or anything. Like, money is a big thing here. Like, people care about money a lot. You do anything, you have to pay for it, for anything.
Yeah.
Let's say like if you go to Iraq, and if you're a foreigner, oh my goodness, like they will give you like the best hospitality. Some most of the times you don't even need to pay for food or anything like that. So, hospitality is really big. It's part of the culture, and honestly, all the Middle Eastern cultures like that. But from what I experienced, and not being biased or anything, I even through other friends or YouTubers that been to Iraq, they all got surprised. You know, like it's super. The people are so welcoming. I'm not talking about like even rich people. The rich people, the middle class, and even the poor people are like always, yo, come to my house. Like have lunch together. Let's have dinner. They just try their best to make you feel like you're home, make you feel comfortable. Yeah. So the hospitality is very, very good.
Okay. So let's talk about Iraqi culture. So how do you greet each other in Iraq?
So, for men, I would say like we handshake and then on the cheek, like a light, not like the kiss or like kind of like cheek to cheek.
Okay.
Yeah.
On both or just one?
Oh, that depends. See, like it depends on the family, the tribe, or the family routine. But mostly, like if you're new, like actually, I've been here for too long. I kind of like sometimes I struggle with this. I'm like I meet people from back home or from the embassy or something. Like,
What do you do?
yeah. So it's like left, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go left, right, and then obviously while you're handshaking. There's ones where you go 2 times, like 1, 2. Or if it's someone you miss for a long time, it's like 1, 2, 3. It just really depends. Like,
I say,
yeah. But mostly it's just a handshake, like a kiss on the cheek, not like smooch, but like cheek to cheek, like quick one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And please correct me if I say it wrong. I read that you always say assalamu alaikum.
For sure.
How do you say it correctly?
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. What does that mean?
Assalamu alaikum means like basically the hello of Arab countries, and not just Arab countries actually say this. Like Middle Eastern countries, Turkey, they say that. In Iran, they say that. In Arabic countries, all of them. Honestly, all the Muslim countries say, even Malaysia and Indonesia.
Okay.
They say salam alaikum. But I'll give you another word in more Arabic. Marhaban.
Yeah.
Marhaban. Also Turkey, they say marhaba.
Does it mean like good day?
Marhaba, it just means like hello.
Or just hello, okay.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum is more tied to the religion.
Yeah.
And it's more polite to say that. Like,
this is also the response, right? When
assalamu alaikum, and the response will be wa alaikum salam.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're responding. Assalamu alaikum means like, hi everyone, in like a really respectful way, like peace upon you guys or something like that.
Yeah.
And then wa alaikum salam means like you just back to you,
Okay.
Sort of like that.
So for the coming back to the hospitability culture in Iraq, I read that it's custom that when you're invited to someone, that it's custom to bring some form of gift with you. Is that true?
Honestly, you don't really have to, but it's
appreciated.
I guess, it's part of the culture. You just like, I guess that goes around for a lot of countries. You can't just come in empty-handed, Like, I mean, you can, obviously, and people wouldn't mind, obviously, and they don't really care. It's just like, if you bring that, it just shows like how respectful you are.
Yeah.
Kind of like a bat in the head thing.
Yeah.
So I think all Asian countries do this.
It's a lot more in the culture here than it is in the West.
Yeah.
I mean, the general hospitability. I mean, in Switzerland, the same thing. When we're invited, like as a family, to go eat dinner at another family's home, it's custom to bring like a bottle of wine or flowers or something.
Okay. It's similar.
Yeah.
I would say.
And so I found a bunch of stuff, and I always, present the thing so you can tell me if it's bullshit or not.
Yeah.
So, for example, one thing I found is that if a man gives a gift to a woman, he should say that it is from his wife, mother, sister, or some other female relation. Is that true?
Okay, in most cases, I would say yes. That is kind of true, but because let's say like, if you don't know that girl, and you're going to her home with her family being there, you're like, oh, here's a gift for you. It gives them a hint that you want to like engage with her.
Yeah, or it's more like a romantic nature.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of like, I guess, it's like that. It's kind of obvious. Like, if you just go there and be like, oh, here's a gift for me.
Yeah.
Then it's like, and if you don't know her, you're not like close friends. You just met like recently. So that means, you want to marry or engage or something like that.
Okay. I also found that when there's like not just like two families, but a bigger event, that usually the men would celebrate in one room and the women in another one.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Are they separate?
Yeah. So we do this, especially the cultural ones, like the Arab gatherings or something like that. I can show you some footage later if you want on it. The women have their own section, and the men have their own section because mostly like we want our women to be comfortable around each other, and maybe they could take off the hijab or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because women they don't want to be uncomfortable. It's just part of the culture where like women want to be comfortable on their own. They have their own jobs. They have their own whatever they want. But also for men, we can talk about many other things, and like we can like, it's just the culture, man. Like I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, like it's just more comfortable like that, you know.
Yeah.
When it happens actually with family gatherings, when I go with my cousins or like my family and my uncle, my aunts, we're all together, women and men. It doesn't matter. That's different. But if you're going to a big event like family event, like the tribal events, you know, like with big feasts and stuff like those, like of course the women and men are separated. Yeah.
Okay.
Not like as in a bad thing. It's just like more comfortable for the women to relax and kind of feel comfortable.
All right. Then one thing I found that's crazy. You got to tell me if that's true. If, for example, I say I like your watch, and I say this like 10 times, I love your watch, then you have to give it to me. Is that a real thing?
For sure, man. Like really? Yeah, that's like if you really like something, then like you be like, oh, yo, I really like it. We just take it here. It's yours now.
Really?
Literally, yeah. Or they would buy you something like literally. That's also part of the hospitality, you know. Yeah. Not just in Iraq. This happens in like other Arab countries too.
Yeah, I've read that in a bunch of countries. But yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like you're supposed to give as much as you can, especially if you're a foreigner and like if you're a guest. Wow, like.
Well, that seems just crazy. Like, isn't that, let's say if you were very wealthy and like, let's say I'm a billionaire and just to give away a watch is easy, but for someone who's from a lower class or is less rich, would that still be the same? Because giving away a watch seems almost, I don't know, for example, I don't know, I wouldn't just give you my watch because you like it.
No, it's mostly like they would give, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not lying to you. I've heard many experiences like, yo, if you really like it and you keep insisting like, oh, yo, where did you get this? How much is the deal? I really like the color. Yeah. Like, here, take it, man. It's just like, this is part of the culture. Sorry about that. It's just part of the hospitality and the culture. That's really like, you have to please your guests. Guest is number one, like no matter what. Yeah. Okay. And also read that when you get a gift, that there's always the polite protest at first, like no, you don't have to. You should, of course, 100%, yes. Yeah. Sometimes it's really annoying. I would be like, not annoying, it's like, oh, just take it, you know, like like you're giving a gift, like no, how can you do this? No. You know, like it's like that. And also when you're taking a gift, like you shouldn't just take it right away. It's like. Yeah, you gotta be. It's like the little conversational tango you gotta go through. Yeah. Before you can actually definitely. But like, I mean, mostly like you should mean it. You know, it's like if you don't mean it and you're just like, oh, thank you so much, you take it. It doesn't matter, honestly. Okay. It doesn't matter. But like, if you're like, oh no, thank you, you didn't have to do that and all of that, you didn't have to buy this, then that's completely fine. Also, like that just makes you look more polite. That's it. Yeah. But it's not like you must do it. Like if I'm giving you a gift, they're like, here, and you're like, oh man, thank you, I love it. I'm not gonna be like, why didn't you resist? Like I'm not gonna be like that. No, like never. So yeah. Okay. It's like that. How safe is it to walk down the street? How safe do you feel? I feel very safe, honestly. I feel very safe, and I'm not being biased. I've seen many foreigners in Iraq walking around from all type of cultures, like white, Asian, like anything, black people. There's so many, like. And a lot, especially these days, I would say. Yeah. It's not like what you see in the media. Honestly, I'm being 100% with you. And it's very safe walking around, and people will try to help you as much as possible. Yeah. So safety-wise, honestly, it's very safe. There's nothing going, like in the media, they make it sound like it's hell. But it's actually not. And the country is developing very fast right now. Yeah. Especially since earlier this year, was it like last year, September? Yeah, last September, we held the Arab Gulf Soccer Cup. Gulf soccer? Yeah, the Arab nations, like soccer. Soccer, like I mean, the football, like... the sport, golf. No, the Gulf area, the Gulf area soccer tournament. Yeah. Which hasn't been held in Iraq in 44 years. Yeah. Which is insane, right? Like, Iraq was part of that tournament for long time. Yeah. And we still participated. It's just like it wasn't hosted in Iraq for 44 years. Yeah. So after we hosted that, it was very successful. Like I can also show you some footage from that. It was very beautiful. They did a very good job, you know, for a country that hasn't hosted that in a long time. Yeah. a lot of our brothers from other countries came. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, a lot of them came. UAE, Qatar,
Yeah.
Oman, Yemen, they all came. Like a lot of them came with cars. Like they just drove to Iraq, and then they enjoyed the vibes a lot. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, and everyone was surprised, and not just the Arab, just the Arab nations that came. Like other citizens from other countries came also to check it out. The president of FIFA was there.
Really?
Yeah, president of FIFA, UN. The president of UN was there. There's so many big people that came,
Yeah.
and it really changed their perspective about Iraq. Like. They were like, wow, this is not what we see in the media. And
Yeah.
this is like way better than we thought. Even though the tournament was hosted in the city of Basra, which is a very south,
Yeah.
which is not the capital. It's just one of the cities, you know?
Yeah.
It's a very cultural city though. But like there are many other cities in Iraq that are way better. And people were surprised by how, especially by the people, like they were surprised by the people and how beautiful they are, how beautiful their souls are, you know? Like people were very kind.
Yeah. But honestly, that doesn't surprise me because media often makes things seem so much more terrible than they actually are.
Exactly.
So you really get to go there and see it with your own eyes.
Yes, exactly.
Build your own opinion.
Yeah. I don't blame many people because like, why should they go? You know, like why should they go and risk it? But it's not like that. I mean, many people have proved that already, and these days is developing more and more and more. So people will see how much better it's getting.
Yeah.
And there are many developed places, many rich areas, many like stuff like that, many cultural places. I really think Iraq has very high potential, and it's a rich land also. So they have very high potential in tourism.
Yeah.
We just need, you know, the media to be laid off a little bit, you know, like just because we got invaded by the US,
Yeah.
we're treated like that. We got invaded and we're treated like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have any like I have many friends from the US. So we talk about this mostly.
So speaking about this, since you grew up during the war in Iraq, for example, how did you feel it? Like how close were you to the happenings?
Okay, well, when the war happened, it was 2003. I was about like 3-4 years old. So honestly, my family made me feel like we weren't in a war. Like it was.
Yeah.
I appreciate them for that. We had a really happy childhood. We did everything. We had like just childhood. Excuse me, just like you or anyone else, you know? We had a lot of fun. We traveled around also and all that. But during the war, like, they were very cautious, of course, my family, my friends and all that. But life was new. Like, I mean, like, during the city, it's like, within the city, it's like, it's fine, you know? I would say, like, Ukraine and Russia problem right now is worse. Like,
yeah. So when was the last time you were in Iraq?
2020.
Okay.
2020.
And now since the war is over, and how is like the aftermath of the whole thing? Do you feel any like still consequences from the war, like for example, the people's mentality or something?
Definitely, but I would say now it's finally like people are starting. So here's what happened. So the war happened in 2003, right? After 2003, the country was led by a dictator. Okay, so everything was set on his rules, which was organized and everything, no problem. But once that's gone, like, a lot of mess happened after that. Like during the 2000s, that wasn't a good year. There weren't good years in Iraq. So after that war, the regime was down, right? The dictatorship or like the presidency. So after that, everyone wanted to compete. So in Iraq, we have Sunni Muslims, we have Shia Muslims, we have Kurdish people, we have many types of, we have a lot of Christians also. So a lot of them wanted to be on top, you know, like after the war especially, you know. So a lot of conflict happened like here and there, like, who wants to be on top? A lot of corruption happened after that, a lot, man. Then it's sad, you know, trillions of dollars were gone, you know. So that's the sad part. But after that, like from Syria, we got like ISIS, and they crossed the border. They kind of settled in like one of the city, Mosul in Iraq, which is a very historical, very important city in Iraq. So they settled there. Iraq had to fight them, and with the help of the US, so we fought them, and we got rid of ISIS. Like that was when was this? Like maybe 2016, 17 or something like that. Not that long ago. But yeah, anyway, after the war, it was like people were living. It's just like a lot of corruption and conflicts, and like there's no rebuilding going on.
Right now?
Yeah. No, right now it's different.
Okay.
Like there's no rebuilding going on and all that. And obviously a country that got invaded, you know, like it takes time to recover.
Of course, yeah.
A lot of things were destroyed. A lot of things were stolen. A lot of money got stolen. A lot of oil got stolen. But it is what we can't do. We can't go back in time and change stuff, you know. So during the 2000s, it was a very bad era. Not like I would say it was bad, but it was still livable. I still lived life, you know, comfortably. We traveled around, did everything, you know.
And how was it with the presence of ISIS? Like, how scared were you to go?
They weren't around all of Iraq. They were only in one city in like kind of north east or northwest, like that. They were only in that area. I'd never seen ISIS. Like
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and even though at that time I was living in Korea, I did travel back. None of my cousins, none of my friends, they saw ISIS or something like that. It's not like what people think.
Yeah.
We don't see them. Like, of course, it's heavily guarded. So it's like a virus, okay? ISIS is like a virus. They took over Syria and then they crossed to Iraq because the border's right there. Mm-hmm. They crossed and then they polluted that city there in Iraq. Mm-hmm. And we got rid of them, kind of like a virus, you know?
Yeah.
They're like a virus. So they didn't spread everywhere. They only spread in like some areas.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and it's all like countryside or like super far in the desert or something. Okay. Like they didn't really like, I've never seen them or never heard any of my people that I know, which I know a lot of people back home.
Yeah.
Never heard anyone seeing ISIS or being like that, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I just mean because, for example, even in Switzerland, when attacks happened, I had a bunch of friends who didn't want to go into the city when there were a ton of people. Like if there was some event where there's going to be thousands of people, even in Switzerland, they just wouldn't go into the mass because they were scared. And so you're saying in Iraq you were never scared of any of this?
I was like I had a little bit of thought of back of my head. I'm like, I hope nothing happens. I hope it doesn't get worse, you know. But our military did really well, honestly. Even though at that time, like I told you, the country's still trying to find its way. Mm-hmm. So that's what's concerning. The military wasn't that strong, but our military did a good job. America helped apparently. So, as always, they helped. So, like yeah, like that's how it is. Like, of course, like we have a good relationship with the U.S. now. Obviously, like we have to have a good relationship with the U.S. Like, we don't want any. Like right now, yeah, it's really good. We don't have any enemies, so that's really important. And people wanted to do that ages ago, man. It's just like the people in control were the annoying ones, or like the ones that are not complying well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what's it called for the ISIS thing? Like I had never like encountered or felt anything like that. So
okay. Well, I'm glad.
Yeah. No. It's not like what people think, honestly. Like it's not. They're not everywhere shooting, and there's no such thing.
I'm glad you're cleaning that up.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. No.
It's good when people hear that.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Iraqi culture.
Yeah.
So I found a bunch of differences also between the genders, like in the way of life in Iraq. So, for example, what is the dress code like? Is there a difference? Between men and women. So do women all the time have to wear the hijab, for example?
No.
What's the rule?
Honestly, there's no rule. It's just like it depends on your disciplines and how you grew up for guys and girls. Mm-hmm. If you dress right, cover your parts. Let's say a girl that's not wearing hijab, like a young girl, mostly like young girl that's not wearing hijab, you know.
Yeah.
But she's wearing like really respectful clothes and like really covering her parts and all that. Like that's considered to be
respectful.
Yeah, that's considered to be okay because it's kind of their choice to wear hijab or not. No.
Okay, so it's not an official rule.
No. We don't have any rule like that.
Okay.
And let's say like a lot of young girls choose to wear hijab. That's their choice. Or maybe some of them, let's say their parents kind of force them or something like that. Mm-hmm. But that depends on the family. I mean.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
You know, like just not all of them wear hijab.
Yeah.
And like. Usually when they become like mom age or something, they start wearing hijab. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And some of them got used to it to the point where like they don't want to take it off or like, you know.
Yeah.
It's just comfortable for them, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like the. And then for Arab, for the guys, we wear Arab clothes just like other countries, like the shtash and the long white one.
Yeah.
Or there's many colors, brown, gray.
Yeah.
With the turban, kind of like the Arabic turban. I don't know if you know or not.
I would have to see a picture, to be honest.
I'm sure you know it. Just like it's very similar to the ones they wear in like other countries, like Arab countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we have many people that don't wear that actually, like something like this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know.
Arab outfit. Yeah. So we have that. That's really comfortable. I love to wear that a lot. But we have many people that just wear a shirt, short, like even.
So wearing shorts and everything, that's also perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Like you wear like sporty outfits. You can wear like sweatpants, jeans. A lot of people wear suits. A lot of people wear suits and shirts, button shirts, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's like that. Let's say I would tell you, like for example, I'm going to your house or I'm going to some sort of event that you hosted. You and your sister right here, or your whoever, your friend, or like some female person related with you, like your sister, family member, or close friend or something. I would handshake you, but then for her, I would be just like, hi. I say, I don't want to like.
Oh, okay.
There's a line. Yeah. But when it's like business, that's different. Like if it's a businesswoman or like a minister or something like that.
Yeah.
That's fine. You have to handshake. That's just part of the business,
Okay.
policy. But like for culture-wise, yeah, mostly I would say women wouldn't handshake.
Okay.
They don't want to actually. They
Okay.
would be like, oh, thank you.
I read that it's actually custom that the handshake between men and women only happens if the woman initiates and like gives you the hand. Then
Only
you
if
would
the
take
woman-
it.
yeah.
But you as a man, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we want to give the woman as much as possible the choice and the comfort zone.
Okay. But that's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So always at the end of the podcast, I have a little quote to finish it up. And today's quote is by Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
So like this should remind us to take risks and try new things because you never know what opportunities they may bring.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So thank you so much for taking the time.
No, of course.
Was it very interesting?
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right.
Yeah.
Well then, peace out.
Take care, guys.